So I was in the market for a well-crafted, versatile, and timeless sneaker. I ended up finding them, and I liked them so much that I bought them twice. What is good, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. For today's video, as you probably already read in title, description, or the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about the Rick Owens Vintage Sneaker. Now, this isn't a brand new release. As a matter of fact, the shoes were previously introduced years ago, but they've developed so much hype since their first release that there was a point in time where they were reselling for up to 6 times the retail cost. So needless to say, this was a very difficult sneaker to acquire up until recently. There have been quite a few restocks at various retailers that I will be providing in the description below if you are interested in these shoes. But before we jump into my thoughts on the shoes, sizing, throwing them on the toe, seeing them styled with different bottoms and stuff like that, I did want to encourage you to go ahead and join this month's sneaker giveaway. If you're unfamiliar with what I'm talking about, then this reminder will serve you well. Every month, I'm going to be giving away a pair of sneakers here on the channel. This month's sneaker is the UNC toe. All you have to do to be eligible is stay connected here to the channel by liking today's video, commenting your Instagram handle down below, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and be following me on Instagram. All of those instructions must be followed for every video this month from the 15th of July to the 15th of August, when I will be announcing the giveaway winner on my Instagram stories. So be sure to stay locked on that. Best of luck to everybody. And now back to the topic at hand. What we have here, as I've mentioned, is the Rick Owens Vintage Sneaker. They do have a variable retail price. On Essence, they went for right around $790. I'm not sure if that was an internal error, but a lot of people were able to get their pairs for under what MSRP is. This black pair here I purchased at the Webster, and my suede pair was actually purchased at Nordstrom. Now, odds are if you're looking up the term Rick Owens Vintage Sneaker, then you're probably wondering about sizing, and this is something that I personally searched up myself, as Rick Owens sizing can be a little bit tricky from shoe to shoe. But what I can confidently say from my personal experience, that going true to size is definitely going to be the move for the Rick Owens mainline variant of the vintage sneaker. Although I don't anticipate the dark shadow version fitting any differently, but I did want to specify that both my pairs are mainline in the event that they do fit different than dark shadow. But yes, I did go with a size 42. They fit great. For reference to sneaker size in Nike and Adidas, I typically take an 8.5 to a 9. Again, 42 is a size 9, and they fit perfectly. I did actually have a 41.5, which is equitable to an 8.5. And surprisingly enough, I wasn't crazy about how they fit. Like, I could get them on the foot, but I felt like the shoe was a bit too narrow to be comfortable wearing around for more than a few hours. So for that reason, I did send the 41.5 that I had back to Essence and kept both size 42s. Now, you might be wondering what the difference is between the dark shadow pair and the mainline pair, and it really isn't too complex, if you will. I would equate it to it being like a diffusion situation, where the price point on mainline is going to be a little bit more expensive, and then for dark shadow obviously is going to be a little less expensive. But with that less expensive price point, you're kind of not getting all the perks as the mainline pair has. For the mainline pair, you've got a cushioned insole. They're almost like a memory foam. They're very comfortable. I do own a pair of Ramones that are dark shadow. Truth be told, I'm not crazy about the comfort level on those shoes. The quality and craftsmanship is still certainly there. It's just the comfort aspect isn't quite up to par with mainline, which does constitute the extra expense that comes along with buying the mainline pair. So at that price point of right around $900, what are you getting from this shoe? Well, first off, you have a shoe that is crafted in Italy, made of some of the finest materials I've ever seen on a sneaker in general. This black pair that I have in my hand here is comprised of a super soft, full grain calfskin leather. I can definitely see this pair aging very nicely over time, and I assure you there is a vast difference between full grain leather that we have here and, like, say, a pair of synthetic leather sneakers from, say, a Nike or Adidas, there's just a massive difference. With that massive difference means that you're gonna have a little bit of break-in time. Not to say that they're not comfortable, but this is a type of shoe that will get better with wear and age. From my past experience of owning Rick Owens footwear, I love how durable they are. One thing worth consideration is that once you're done, say you don't wear the sneaker as much, you don't enjoy it as much, this is a type of shoe that will definitely hold value due to its timeless nature. Everybody's always going to like a shoe that looks like this. Rick Owens is a highly celebrated designer, and so for that reason, the shoe is definitely going to hold its value. As a matter of fact, if you look on eBay right now, you can see very heavily used pairs of Rick Owens footwear selling for at or very, very close to what the buyer originally purchased them for. Not to be confused with the current state of the hype sneaker market, I do believe certain designer goods can definitely withstand the test of time and even wear to some extent, and a shoe like this definitely falls into that category. Anyways, I kind of just went off on a tangent right there. Back into the details that comprise this shoe. As I mentioned, the black pair is comprised of a full grain, high quality black leather, which is in contrast to the other pair that I got, which is a calfskin suede in the dust colorway. And my goodness, is the quality of this suede top notch. The suede is super hairy and does change color when running your fingers through it. Both pairs do feature 8 eyelets for the laces, quality toe caps, and shark tooths outsole. That's definitely a nice feature, but in addition to that, what I love about this midsole outsole combination is the fact that it is somewhat thick. It's not overly thick like it looks like you're wearing like a platform shoe, but it's thick enough to just give you a little bit of extra height. And for you short kings out there like myself, this is going to be an attribute that will be greatly appreciated. In regard to the quality of the midsole and outsole, it is comprised of 100% thermoplastic rubber, which gives it a different type of feel. Rubber generally feels a little bit more rigid, less forgiving, but this rubber here definitely feels very dense, high quality for sure. But in addition to that, it has a little bit of bounce back, which is really nice and makes them just that much more comfortable while maintaining a high level of durability. Similarly to the outer portion of the upper, the inner lining is comprised of that super soft calf skin, which does extend over to the insole of the shoe. As I previously hinted to, for the insole, you do have that kind of soft memory foam, which is definitely a nice touch, and overall breaks down everything regarding the details of the shoe. So I was in the market for a well-crafted, versatile, and timeless sneaker. I ended up finding them, and I liked them so much that I bought them twice. But you guys let me know what you guys think about the Rick Owens Vintage Sneaker. Is this a shoe that you potentially could add to your wardrobe? If you're interested, I will be providing the link, if available, in the description below. Of course, I'd like to thank you so much for stopping by the channel. It really is such a privilege of mine to get to serve you through making content, and I will never take it for granted. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up button. Go ahead and join the giveaway if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next upload. Peace and be blessed.